This is Natalie Alvarado.
She's on fire, 1,000 degrees. She's on fire. I'm feeling the heat like, oh, somebody better put her out like, oh, please tell. She's on fire. She makes me sweat, make me sweat. She makes me sweat, make me sweat. She makes me sweat, make me sweat. She makes me sweat, make me sweat.
I was born on September 2nd, none of your business. I was born and raised in Clear Lake, Texas. My childhood was fun. I was seriously the kid that instead of wanting to be outside playing with my friends, I was having my parents move around the couches and rearranging the living room so I could dance and sing for them. Put on my own little personal talent shows. I was the 4-year-old girl in windbreaker pants with a bandana tied around my left wrist or my right wrist, because I would break dance with the older kids in the neighborhoods. I was an 80s kid, so we'd be out there on the cardboard box. We'd turn up our boom box and we would just start wrecking it right there on cardboard, like something you would see in a movie. And then my mother decided to put me in actual Little League drill team, where I learned 8 counts and things like that. Starting to take dance, I was 12 years old and went on to receiving a scholarship for college and then dancing professionally and even dancing for the Rockets. So what made me want to audition for Rockets Power Dancers? I was fresh out of college and I realized that I missed the audition. Actually, my mom was helping me out. She actually told me about the auditions and decided to try out for the Houston Thunderbears at the time. And I made the team, and it just so happened that the coach and choreographer for the Houston Thunderbears, which was an arena football team, their coach and choreographer was also the coach and choreographer for the Power Dancers. So I did my one full season with the Thunderbears, and then decided to actually take the opportunity to try out for Power Dancers, and I made it. Thanks to my mom, I went out on a limb and actually made the team, so it was amazing. I still remember it like it was yesterday. It was a fun experience, and I felt really accomplished as that year with, the Rockets coming off of the championship in 94, 95, I auditioned in 98, and so there were so many girls there that were still so hype about the Rockets winning championships just a few years back. So at that time, when 400 girls are auditioning and only 5 of us made it, I felt super, super accomplished. Like I was like, wow, it was an amazing feeling. So one that I'll never forget. 13 and 35 game. Wow, you're really taking me back. It's amazing to see history being made in front of your own eyes. A friend of mine sent me that video clip, and again, watching that clip, it's like you kind of forget, because there's, in 7 seasons as a power dancer, there's so much that goes on, but then watching the video that's, circulating on YouTube, and your friends are sending you the link going, you're at the end of this video.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Craig. That was a gutsy shot by Tracy McGrady.
To watch it takes me instantly back to where I was and who the girls are that are also in the camera frame with me at that moment. But wow. The music that I like to enjoy listening to would actually be hip hop and R&B. I'm pretty versatile when it comes to music. I can listen to anything, but I really do like hip hop and R&B. It's my fave. I always say this, it sounds so cliche, but I absolutely was in the right place at the right time. Being a power dancer, I eventually started meeting a lot of people here in the Houston music local scene here. Started going to the studio, made friends who were rappers, made friends who were already on the radio that you would hear on our biggest hip hop station here, and was eventually starting to be asked to backup dance for different artists here in Houston. And so people eventually started telling me, you should really sing. You can already dance, you should sing. So here I am dancing for the Houston Rockets, and this was about my 7th season, which was my last, 7 seasons as a power dancer, and I wrote this record. So I remember getting the track from the producer I was working with and popped it in my CD player in my car, and for that 30 minutes of waiting for the appearance to start or for me to go inside to meet the coordinator, I wrote Going Crazy. It was sitting there in my car in my RPD uniform with my cover-ups on, and listening to this track, and the first word that came to my mouth was the first line of Going Crazy, which is,
ever since the day you went away and left me lonely and cold, my life just hasn't been the same.
so there I was in the front of this location for our parents, creating and writing one of the biggest songs of my musical career. I was just in the right place at the right time and showcasing my talents, performing as a dancer and singing, and then writing a record that came sincerely from my heart and shared it with the world. As far as being in that world myself, pretty much like RPD as well, the Rockets Power Dancers. It's not all the glitz and the glam. It takes work, it takes commitment, it takes dedication, and I think all of those women out there, or men, whoever says, I want to be a singer, I want to be famous, they have no idea. The world in Hollywood it's very different. You have managers, you have agents, you have these people who somewhat try their best to tell you what they think you should be, or what you should be doing, or what kind of songs to write, or what you should look like on your album cover. It's a very hard and critical world, but only the strong survive. So that's why I do appreciate those artists who are out there, speaking their voice, speaking their opinion, writing their own material. So as far as like a gossip Hollywood story that you might want, I don't have one of those, but I can say that my Hollywood story was a fun and memorable one, and one that people have no clue what really goes on behind the scenes. How I got back into the NBA. I'm one of those people, you'll come to realize, that I just kind of go where life takes me. So while I'm on tour and, while I'm in the studio writing music, or while I'm living in LA and, traveling between Houston and LA, I came back home and actually choreographed for the Houston Rockets. The coach then, who I actually danced with, she's like, hey, do you want to come choreograph for the Power Dancers? So I came back and choreographed a few routines for the then Power Dancers. And then actually having the opportunity to coach and choreograph my very own team came into play. And at that time, music was, and is still, my everything. So I turned a few jobs down. A few years go by and I get another phone call, and it was pretty much someone expressing interest in looking for a coach and choreographer for the Minnesota Timberwolves. I was there for half of the season and then finished a full-on season before coming back home to the Houston Rockets. Once I knew that this position was open here in Houston for my hometown team, for the Rockets, where I danced, where it's all that I know, it's the only NBA team that I admire and full on am a fan, I had to go for it. And not only that, I just became the entertainment manager. So now here I am as the entertainment manager for all of the entertainers that you see performing on the court at a Rockets game. Another dream come true. Let me take you through a Rockets Power Dancer rehearsal. They're hard. You think, well, they're pretty girls. They look really good in the uniform. What a great image RPD is, but wow, do those girls work hard. And I will only take the girls that work hard. With a team of just 14 girls, we want to be elite. We want to be the best in Houston, and we definitely want to be the best in the NBA. So it takes a lot of hard work. So I like to challenge them as their choreographer with routines that won't necessarily count through. If you come to a rehearsal, you notice it's a lot of boom, boom, hit, ka, ka, ha, boom, ah. In order to do routines like that, it does take a lot of hard work. It's a lot of up and down. It's a lot of using your core. The girls know there's no way that they could walk into a rehearsal not being prepared. So a Rockets game for myself is, we have court practice. And when I say we, the girls and I, power dancers, have court practice every game at 4 o'clock. So they'll show up early and they'll start prepping and getting themselves ready for court practice. I, on the other hand, am here at the office answering emails, letting everyone know, hey, we got a game tonight. It's coordinating the Rockets launch crew, or there's even times where I have all 4 groups there on a big game, and we're talking Space City Seniors, Little Dippers, launch crew, and RPD, so I'm pretty much like a cute little chicken running around with her head cut off, but I enjoy it and I love it. So 4 o'clock court practices, and then it's getting our glam squad. We have hair and makeup for games, so they'll show up, and so I get them downstairs to prepare the girls with hair and makeup for that game. And then it's also going back up to the office to get my game log, and then it's going back down to the locker room where I write on the board, literally like what probably our basketball coach does, which Coach Mikhail does for the players. But I write on the board first quarter, second quarter, third, like what's going on, so that the girls are aware of what's going on. And then it's lights up to tip, and they go out there for their intro, and then it's game time. It's doing what I love and knowing that I'm doing what I love. This is by far another dream come true, another accomplishment, another goal that I can check off of my goal list. But I think just the passion that I have and the passion that I just exude into everything that I do, having those groups under my belt, and again seeing them perform at games and watching them gain fans and new fans, or if it's a member that's been on the team for 5-6 years who has her own fans or his own fans, and being a part of molding and changing and developing something to be nothing but the best in the league and to be recognized all over the world and represent the Rockets. It's just, as an entertainment manager for the Houston Rockets, it's just a great feeling. I can't even believe I'm saying that. I am the entertainment manager for the Houston Rockets. I'd rather be nowhere else. It's just amazing. Ever since the day you went away and left me lonely and cold, my life just hasn't been the same. Oh baby, no. When I looked into your eyes, the moment that I let you go, I just broke down. Thank you.